how I went from 0 to 3 million. In this video, we're going to be talking about everything from the MW2 quickscoping days all the way to my first ever successful Shopify store, a failed rap career, and I'm even going to open up about my girlfriend sleeping with Tyrone. When I was 14 years old, I used to love playing Call of Duty and I used to edit Call of Duty quickscoping montages. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and when I was 15, I started off as a freelancer making logos for people on Fiverr. Then I started a social media agency called Social Boosters. I even paid people off Fiverr to make fake testimonials.
I decided to go with Social Boosters.
Social Boosters delivered.
But then when it actually came to calling up businesses, I'd sit there and just look at the phone and I'd be too nervous to actually call them. I'd maybe call like 3 businesses in a day and I'd offer to work for them for free. They wouldn't even let me work for them for free. So eventually I gave up on that idea. I got a job at Domino's delivering pizzas, and I used this money I made from delivering pizzas to invest in products off Alibaba and start my own e-commerce store. The first store I made was selling e-cigarettes. That store never really took off, but the next store I started was selling a silicone makeup sponge, the most stupidest product you've ever seen. And I couldn't believe it when I made the store, launched the Google ads, and the next day sales actually started coming in. After a few months of running this store, the sales were absolutely flying. I quit my job at Domino's and I started making YouTube videos. I'll show you a clip of a video that I made back in 2018.
What is going on, guys? It's Realistic Entrepreneur here with you today, bringing you the fresh, no BS Shopify content.
I was really embarrassed about everyone I went to school with finding out about my videos, and they were all laughing at me. I only got like 100 views on each video, but I used that as motivation. Now everyone I know is laughing at me. They're either going to continue to laugh at me and I'm going to be known as the guy that tried to start a YouTube channel, embarrassed himself and failed, or one day they're going to look and my channel's going to blow up and I'm going to be successful. And after a few months of posting videos, the channel started to blow up. Everything was going well. I had a successful dropshipping store. I had a successful YouTube channel. As a 19, 20-year-old kid who's having all this success, I started spending loads of money, bought a Mercedes, started flying around the world, first class, doing crazy stuff, blowing all my money. And then eventually I got so distracted just partying, renting out sick Airbnbs, that I actually stopped doing any work. I stopped posting on YouTube. I destroyed all my businesses. I ended up going into massive debt. I emptied all my bank accounts, took out loans, maxed out credit cards, destroyed my credit score, literally burned everything I built to the ground, and I was back to square one. For about 6 months, I was really depressed. I wouldn't really leave the house. I didn't even want to talk to anyone because everyone knew me as the entrepreneur guy who's smashing it, who's flying around business class, partying. So I just played Fortnite for a while, and I'd look back at when I was really successful and just think, how did I actually mess all this up? I was doing so well, everything was going right, and now I was completely in debt. I was unsure of the future and I had absolutely no money. And then coronavirus came in. I got a coronavirus grant off the government. I used that money to start new dropshipping stores. I started 3 Shopify stores. One of them I never even ended up launching. The second one flopped, and then the third store I created, I launched the store with Instagram influencers and barely broke even. I just felt like nothing I was doing was working, and this really was the end of my entrepreneur career. After about another 2 weeks of being in the fetus position and playing Fortnite, I decided to try some Facebook ads for this new store. And the first day I did the Facebook ads, I spent £40 and made £200 in sales. After about 6 months of feeling depressed and not knowing if I'd ever be successful again, I finally had the first sign of improvement. Slowly I started to increase the ad spend on the store, and as I increased the ad spend, the sales increased. Because I was in debt and I didn't have much money, I needed everything to be as cheap as possible. So I was actually ordering in the products off Alibaba, shipping them to my house, and I was packaging and fulfilling all the orders all myself. I built the website, I made all the ads myself, I fulfilled the orders, I answered the customers' emails. In November, we done around 29 £9,000 in sales, and the orders just got way too much for me to handle. I remember one weekend I had 600 orders to pack and fill myself, so I actually got my dad to help me pack and fulfill all the orders. At this point I found a shipping warehouse in China that could help me fulfill all the orders, and I found someone to help me do the emails. The next month in December we 10x'd our sales and we done over £200,000 in sales. This was the highest sales month I'd ever had in my entire life. I'd literally gone from 6 months of being depressed, being in the fetus position and playing Fortnite, and then after 6 months of working on this store, I'd paid off all my debts, and I also had the biggest sales month I've ever had in my entire life. To this day, the store's now done 2.5 million in sales, and after about a year and a half of running this store, I decided to travel again. I even tried to become a rapper for a little bit.
See you in the club, girl, acting up. Chips on the table, stacking up. If you talk a big game, gotta back it up.
I did take some time away from running my business and the sales have declined again, but I'm going to be documenting my journey on this channel, and I'm going to be updating you on how the store's going. If there's one thing you should take from this video, is that you should try and really give it a go and don't give up, because you can only fail if you give up, and you're not going to fail forever. Even if you feel like you're not going anywhere, even if your girlfriend is sleeping with Tyrone, it's going to be okay. Thanks for watching and peace out.